Play A+ bosses like a pro. Hey guys, Petko here. Welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about the second boss of Triumvirate and how the pros, quote unquote, are playing this boss. Now do keep in mind, I'm not going to go over the basics of, interrupt this cast, but more of like a when to properly use your defenses, how to position better, and what to do to optimize this boss better. Okay, so pay attention to this one. Now, the most important thing of this boss fight, obviously outside of interrupting the Shade Wing, is the bleed effect that cats apply. So, as you can see, the Dark Fang jumps in and applies nasty bleed effect. Now, this bleed effect, obviously, you can dwarf it, you can use cauterizing flames from Evoker, but when to press defenses is the most important thing. So, as soon as you pay attention to the cast itself, if there are no other overlapping abilities, you do not press it defensive, okay? So for example, if this bleed effect is supported by, for example, this phase dash AoE damage, in that case, you press it defensive. Why? It's because you get the dot plus the AoE, which can one-shot you. That is how people die from here all the time, okay? That is the most important thing to pay attention. Now, I use the add-on code BigWix. You can use it as well. It tells me when each ability comes in, and for example, Overload is the next important cast that boss cast that does insane damage, and as soon as I see the Overload being casted, and I know there's gonna be a pounce in between somewhere, that is when you press a defensive. Right now, for example, see that? That is a dot plus bleed, and if you don't have a defensive here, you just pressed it, you might not be able to see it, you are gonna end up dying, okay? So that is why it's so important to pay attention to the mechanics of this boss and when exactly it's happening. Outside of this, make sure to clear orbs. Make sure to put it spread equally so you can cover the most amount of area, clear orbs. If there's any orbs left, usually tanks gets them. That's it. Follow for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.